My name's Jerry Hajjar. I am the CDM Smith Professor and Department Chair in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at Northeastern University. Even in my undergraduate years, I started picking up interest in steel in some of my courses, in some of the travel that I did, looking at the great cities of the U.S. And to some extent of the world. But it was really in my graduate education, working with Bill McGuire, working with John Abel, working with Tony Ingraffia, all of whom had great knowledge of steel, that my interest really solidified. My PhD work was on looking at the response of steel buildings during earthquakes and being able to run nonlinear computational simulations of structures being subjected to earthquakes. And certainly that solidified my interest. But my first year of graduate school, I had two courses with Bill McGuire on steel structures, and I was his teaching assistant for one of those. And my love for steel started right then. So I got my undergraduate degree at Yale University with a major in engineering mechanics, and then immediately went to graduate school for master's and PhD at Cornell University in the 1980s. And first started to learn about steel structures from the great Bill McGuire. Then after graduation, I was a structural engineer and associate at Skidmore, Owings & Merrill in their Manhattan office, and then in their Chicago office, working with some of the greatest structural engineers in our profession. After that, I became a professor at the University of Minnesota in Minneapolis, working with Ted Galambos and Roberto Leone and others in the structural engineering profession, and was assistant professor there, associate professor, and then full professor. And then I went to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign in 2005, and was there for 5 years, was chair of the structures faculty for most of that time. And through that, got the interest in academic leadership and came to Northeastern University in 2010 as department chair. My proudest career moment is receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award from the American Institute of Steel Construction. But, you know, I've been blessed with a wonderful career with many great colleagues, many great mentors. And to be able to see some of the ideas that we've been working on, often for years, come to fruition in our research. Certainly when I was at SOM, to see some of the designs that I worked on be able to get built. There have been many great career moments. I'm not sure I can isolate one of them. AISC has been a wonderful organization to be a part of, and AISC has played an extensive role in my career. My first interactions with AISC started by me working with them on research topics, receiving some small grants from AISC, and that started a partnership where we have thought now for many years about how to advance the steel profession. And certainly AISC has been with me every step of the way in my research program, some of it directly related to steel structures, other more broad topics in structural engineering, also at play with AISC. Just recently, I was part of an ad hoc group that was taking an aggressive, futuristic view of how the profession might be changing and what types of research topics AISC should be thinking about. To have an organization, an industry organization that thinks this comprehensively about the present and the future and how those two relate together has been wonderful for my career. And I've certainly been appreciative of that. To be able to take research to practice, as AISC often does, and then certainly to help advance an industry that's so fundamental to the economy of the country and of the world, has been a great experience. And so I applaud the leadership at AISC, which has always been outstanding. I'll also say that the work I've done with the Committee on Specifications has been among the most rewarding in my career. It's such a fabulous group of professionals, and to be able to work with them has been a real privilege. Much of the work that I've been doing for the last 1 or 2 decades has increasingly focused on topics of resilience and sustainability in the built environment. And I believe that steel is absolutely a leading material to be able to have a wide range of construction that increasingly uses significantly less energy, creates less pollution, creates fewer greenhouse gases, enhances resilience, being able to help communities bounce back quickly after extreme events. I think fundamental work ranging from materials all the way through new types of structural systems and indeed new types of communities in which these structures would go, all has enormous opportunity for the future. So have been working on projects related to integrating articulated energy dissipating fuses into structures with the intent of being able to help these structures bounce back quickly after extreme events. Have been having really exciting discussions about opportunities for additive manufacturing in the steel industry. Have been having discussions about whether there are ways to create whole new sectors of the industry related to design for deconstruction and being able to reuse steel components, perhaps with additive manufacturing as a way to facilitate prefabrication, for example. All of which to try to dramatically cut down on energy use and some of the other metrics that I think are important moving forward. I love AISC's initiative on need for speed. I think this can help our profession in a variety of ways, and have been looking to develop systems that can be modular, that can be faster to design and construct. So many opportunities moving forward in the steel industry. It's a great time right now. One of the things that we've been able to think about here at Northeastern University, which is a very dynamic university, very dynamic department, is to not necessarily assume that the way in which we've been operating is the best way for the future, or wouldn't dramatically be able to be improved if we put away some of the assumptions about how we have done things in the past. And if I look at the civil and environmental engineering profession in general, it's such a critical time right now. If we look at a variety of the issues that are facing us related to climate change, related to diversity, equity, inclusion, and justice, related to helping the world economy stay strong. One of the reasons I love the steel industry is because it's at the heart of so many of these issues. And I certainly look forward to moving forward with the steel industry on these topics. When I look back to my career, it's great mentors that I've had throughout and great partnerships that I've had throughout that have enabled me to do what I've done. And for that, I will always be grateful.